Why should we give? 2 Corinthians 9:7. Each of you should give what you have decided in your heart to give, not reluctantly or under compulsion, for God loves a cheerful giver. With that, let's check in with some of our members and find out how long they have attended and one of their favorite memories.
We joined First Presbyterian Church shortly after moving to Danville from Pennsylvania. My favorite memory is when me and my brothers were baptized. And when they got to my little brother and they put their hand on his head, he said, "Oh, that's cold."
My name is Bill Garrison. I've been a member of the church since 1967. My favorite memory is my daughter starring in the children's musical in the sanctuary.
I've been here for 7 years. I am 7 years old, and my favorite part of being here is going to Sunday school and going to children's.
My favorite memory, I'm not sure I can come up with a favorite, but I've been here about 60 years.
I've been here for 13 years, and my favorite memory is becoming an elder of the church.
We joined the church, my family and I, in the early 90s. My daughter Ann started coming to the youth group, so we joined because she was doing that. One of my favorite memories, I guess, was her wedding, which occurred 6 years ago.
Well, I've been here since I was 4, and I'm 81 now, so figure that out.
Your favorite memory?
My favorite memory? Well, I guess I'd have to say when we got married here.
I started working here February 18th of 2008, and my favorite memory would probably be when my son and daughter-in-law got married here 6 years ago in November.
I've been at the church for 6 years, and my favorite memory is being baptized in the lake.
I'm Bo. I've been coming to the church for about 6 years, and my favorite memory is the mission.
Now I've been here at First Presbyterian Church for well over 50 years, 54, 55 years. It doesn't seem that. But my favorite memory is receiving my 50-year pin and watching all the children grow up.
How long have I been at First Presbyterian Church? I can't remember, to be honest with you. It's been a few years. Probably my best memories of the activities of the church are the candlelight ceremony on Christmas Eve. I find that touching and humbling.
Probably 57 years. And what is my favorite
Memory.
memory? I think the choir is.
Hi there, my name's Tom Gutierrez. We've been here in the church for about 19 years, and I'd have to say that my favorite memory in the church is the day that our daughter was up front with the other children during the time for children, and she was just a toddler and didn't really know much of what was going on, and at one point reached out for the microphone, and foolishly someone handed it to her, and she said, "Jesus," into the microphone.
Back in '06, I believe. And I enjoy the men's group that we have on Saturday mornings, and also the PDG. Sometimes we do a lot, but then again, we do a lot of work for the church too. And it's the camaraderie between the men who we really enjoy getting together.
I've been here since my church that was meeting in the little chapel down there. We had to close because our minister left, and majority of our congregation joined here First Pres because we were all Presbyterians. And the one, my favorite memory, and it's still going to make me tear because in our small church we didn't have much music, and we sang a cappella, singing hymns, and I led them most of the time. But when I came and heard the music that was in this church, it just made me cry, and it still does.
I've been attending First Pres since my grandson was in utero. He is now 10 years old, so it would have been the summer 10 years ago. And what convinced George and I both to come was a baptism that Katie did. It was so remarkable that it spoke to both of us, and she had quite a way with baptisms, introducing the baby, who I didn't even know prior, to the congregation and reminding us of our obligation to that child was very moving. And we chose this church when we'd been looking around for several. Oh, and the other thing, my best memory at First Presbyterian is hard to pick because there have been a lot. My son was just married here last December. That has got to be one of the highlights. Visits from this congregation when I was in the hospital, most of them I was not either aware of or I had forgotten, but the reception when I returned to church after I turned out not to die, that was pretty amazing. There are too many really to mention, so hopefully there will be many, many more.
Papa,